If you have a question, please don't be shy. Just raise your hand. I'm gonna bring you the microphone. And the question goes to the gentleman here. Please say your name and a question.
Thanks for calling me young, Denise. Yeah, my name is Dusan Stojanovic, and by the way, thanks Denise, and for all panelists. I think it's the 9th time I've seen this documentary, and this panel has by far been the best. But on that topic, Viktor, my question to you, by the way, before that, what really inspired me this time, because every single time I watch this documentary, there is something new that comes up. This time, and many of you in the audience, I think, have an entrepreneurial background, we talked about actually never give up. And that's so important for entrepreneurship, that you never, ever give up. So it's an inspiration, I think, not only for political leaders, but also for entrepreneurs to never, ever give up. See these small things that Robert is speaking about, that every day you wake up, there is something important there. And I think what Olga does embodies this never give up mentality in her as a person, but also embodies the whole of Ukraine in that. So that's what I got out of this time. But when I think about it now, why did you really put a bet on her in the beginning? It's easy to be smart now that she never gave up, right? Because we saw two critical points in the documentary. Halfway through, Zelensky lets, if I understood correctly, more or less all ministers go. She survived. So how do you think about that? And the second point, and how fun would that be to have a documentary where the main character had resigned in the middle of the movie? And the second point, why is it still relevant today? How did you feel about when she resigned, finally, as the European and NATO integration minister, and now in her current role, she's there as Ukrainian ambassador to US. But how did you feel when she actually did resign? And then to Robert, the question would be, what is the impact right now? I've seen the European Union premiere of this one. I've seen the Asian one a couple of weeks ago. What is the impact, potentially, of the Ukrainian in the US in the context of today? A lot of questions. So one question to Viktor about these points and one to Robert.
Thank you, Dusan. Yes, I mean, I think you talked about the point where we're actually in the Brussels lobby, when she's not saying it directly, but almost directly that she is about to be. I mean, if there will be a no in the European summit for Ukraine, she has to resign. She said, I'm going to be kicked, or she's saying that the no should not mean disaster for Ukraine or defeat for Ukraine. It will be defeat by me. So I have to resign if this happens. So that was super emotional for me. Of course, I was walking out from the lobby and saying, okay, what's going to happen now? Of course, it would be a problem if she will resign mid-film. It would be a different kind of film, probably. That's documentary, you never know. This kind of documentary, you never know what's going to happen. So that was super emotional. But on the other hand, I mean, as a documentary filmmaker, I felt the meeting was very, very strong. So I knew on the other hand, there was a good scene. I mean, you can understand that. So it's different feelings. And about the actual resigning now, after the film, I mean, as Dusan said, maybe you don't know everybody, but there was one reshuffle that you know in the film when she became the Minister of Justice in Ukraine. And then this summer, August, there was another reshuffle in government, and she actually now is the Ukraine ambassador to the US. Which is, what do you think about? She was a deputy prime minister. Is that a step up or a step down, or what is it? I think it's a step sideways, maybe up. Normally it would be down, but in this case, US support is so important for Ukraine at this moment. So I think that's why she has this position right now. She was also in the room in this famous meeting in Oval Office when Trump was saying that Zelensky do not have any cards. So she's been there seeing this relation. So I think she has a very super important role to play now in the US. Yes.
Thank you so much.